You are listening to an episode of The Extra Real.
Hey, welcome to the Extra Reel, a special bonus episode from us at the Decision Reel. This week we're looking at a movie that just came out, Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Randall?
Kind of happy Thanksgiving.
Kind
yeah.
of, because you're
Yeah.
eating something currently.
I can't eat it
But
anymore.
it's not Thanksgiving-esque.
It's wangs.
But it's it's
like
chicken.
turkey.
Wangs.
It's wangs.
Do
You don't-
you like turkey?
Do I like turkey?
So if you had to pick ham or turkey, which one would it be?
Oh, ham all day. Like
Yeah,
fucking
okay.
honey baked ham.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Turkey's just always dry to me.
Well, I mean, it depends on who makes it and how long you cook it, but you can get a nice succulent, juicy turkey if you're cooking it for
Never had
a
one.
good time. Well, I mean, speaking of succulent, juicy turkeys, in this movie, spoilers right away, right out the gate, they make a nice succulent turkey.
Yeah.
I really wanted to know how they got her legs like that.
Well, he
I was
definitely
like
tied
really
them
impressed.
together. I mean, good on him. Before we get too deep, I do want to say we have special guests with us this week as well. If you guys want to just go ahead and introduce yourselves for everybody, tell us where we can get to you, where we can watch you, do all that jazz.
I'm Jessie,
I'm Travis.
and we're What's Your Least Favorite Scary Movie? We're a podcast where we basically say there's no such thing as a bad horror movie. Just different movies appeal to different people.
Yeah, and talk about a lot of bad ones objectively and a lot of objectively good ones. Find something to hate, something to love about every one of them.
And we talk about Travis not knowing the difference between objectivity and subjectivity.
Did I fuck it up right
Yep.
there? Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Hey, it's a great intro.
Hey, yeah, I like it. Thanks again for coming back on the show. You guys have been on a bunch. We've been on over there a bunch. It's always a good time having you guys on, or vice versa, doing the thing. So again, looking at I don't want to say a great movie, but a interesting movie. Interesting movie. In Thanksgiving, this is definitely a movie that was not on my radar at all. Like, I didn't even know this was coming out whatsoever until Randall was like, hey, man, you want to go see this movie? Now, I knew about it because of Eli Roth, number one, and then the whole Grindhouse bullshit what's going on with that, which I had to tell Randy about yesterday, and he had no idea.
Ah, dude.
I have a question.
Yes,
Why did you put Eli Roth in air quotes?
because I like Eli Roth, and this is that type of movie where he's coming back to form, if that makes sense. So, like, all the last couple
Yes.
Eli Roth movies have been like, Eli Roth. Like, that's how I feel. So,
Okay.
this movie,
I just
though,
thought maybe you were like you had a hoax or a conspiracy theory where Eli
Like
Roth
he
doesn't exist. Yeah.
well, I mean, now that you said that, maybe he doesn't. Maybe this is a new thing that we could delve into and find out if he really does exist. If you watch the original Thanksgiving trailer, he is in that getting, I don't know what the word would be, very deeply.
Was that him doing the thing with the head?
Yeah, well, he's getting head, but like she's in it. Like she is deep in it. So I'm not quite sure what you would call that.
Yeah.
But that's him. And then, yeah, his head is gone afterwards. So fun stuff there.
It's been a minute since I've seen that trailer, but I was trying, when we were watching this, trying to pick out what parts from that trailer made it into the final movie. Did they do every single thing from that trailer?
So they did most of everything. So in the original trailer, they have the guy walking with the turkey costume that gets his head clean chopped off. That's in there.
Right.
The trampoline scene is in it.
Trampoline.
But
I knew that one.
It's a little different. I will
Yeah.
say I wanted them to do what they did in the original trailer with regards to her doing the splits on the
Yeah,
knife,
that-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Can
that's
you
good.
imagine that pain?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I don't know. That was like the weakest kill for me, honestly, in the movie was that trampoline scene. The whole scene itself, like the guy who's sitting there watching just gets his head turned around in a split second, and then you want to see that kill because it, they're showing you it's going to happen, and then it doesn't go the way you think it's going to go, which I understand why you would do that, because don't give away everything that you gave away in the trailer, make it different. but also that's like an iconic kind of thing in the trailer. So maybe do that.
I also think they kind of missed an opportunity with that kill because it's so fucking hard to get off a trampoline. Why don't we get like just a little bit of slapstick thrown in there of her like fumbling around because it's bouncing.
Yeah.
Now it's slick with blood. It's ripped. Like she's struggling.
Yeah, that was the other thing too that was weird to me. Like if he's stabbing through the trampoline multiple times, wouldn't it just tear apart? Like that's I've had a trampoline before, and once there's a tear in it, it's pretty much
It's
done.
done.
Right.
Yeah.
So a little,
It-
a little
My
weird.
experience with trampolines is that the material is far too taut at times.
Oh,
That's true. That's true.
Back,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
breaking trampoline experiences over there.
Leg breaking.
Leg breaking. Oh shit! I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
Mm.
want to.
Yeah, my knee went all the way inside in a way you don't want your leg to go.
Inside, like the bone went
Ew.
Yeah.
inside. Let's not.
Wait, the bone went
Here's the
where?
top of my
Oh, no,
leg.
it's pointed-
Yeah,
Here's the
yeah. The
here's
bend.
the bottom of my leg. Where my fingers are is where my knee was.
Ew.
That's not okay.
Directly to the inner part. Yeah. It wasn't a good time.
Well, I'm glad that you've recovered from that. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's not.
I want to think on there.
Right. Not something I would want to be experiencing in my life. Anyways, back to this movie here. What it's about, or the plot of it: after a Black Friday riot ends in tragedy, a mysterious Thanksgiving-inspired killer terrorizes Plymouth, Massachusetts, the birthplace of the infamous holiday. I will say I was a little confused at first because, again, I'm going into this movie with just literally knowing the original Thanksgiving trailer. I barely watched anything about this. I saw the poster, and then the movie starts, and what is it, like 30 minutes of this intro? Well, maybe not 30, maybe like 20 minutes before the actual, title card comes on, and it's all the Black Friday shit and people getting trampled and fucked up, like pretty
Mhm.
bad. I was not expecting any of that.
Is Black Friday really like
No.
that though? Like, could it be like that?
Yeah.
People being psychopaths like
I
that?
think some
my God,
places. Yeah.
Yeah, people have been trampled to death
It's
plenty of times on Black
Mhm.
Friday, or just in general. Like,
Oh, you
Yeah.
you need to get to the weird side of YouTube, Randy. You can watch all kinds of videos.
Like the one he was filming in
right.
the movie.
And, there's a good social commentary on that, right? Like that is what the world's coming to, or all these TikTok famous people that, are doing stuff like they would be doing that. They would be filming that and then putting it on
Mhm.
with like that cheeky, like, oh, look at me, I'm this guy and all this shit. And what's kind of funny is there is a TikTok famous star in this movie. Anybody
Who?
want to get? No, nobody knows.
Oh, we're guessing. Can I guess?
No, dude, I don't fucking do TikTok.
I don't even
Wow.
remember
Like,
the names anymore.
Is
Oh,
it
Jesus.
is it the one who's actually the TikTok guy?
No, it's
in the
not.
movie?
It's one of the
Okay.
girls.
I'm assuming the blonde.
So it was
Yeah.
Like,
in the movie. Her
What?
name's Gabby. In real life, her name is
Oh.
Addison Rae. So she's like one of the
Oh,
biggest
yeah.
TikTok stars out there.
Hmm.
yeah. How did
That-
she make it in the movie?
The
that
one,
one?
no,
Right
no, the one across from her.
Not that one.
That one.
The one dating
Her.
Jack. That one.
Ah,
the guy
okay.
with the TikTok, or the chick with the TikTok star, which is kind of funny.
She looks so much like Lily Reinhardt.
Yeah, the one,
Like, could be related.
Let's see it.
you're talking about the
The
main
main
girl.
chick.
So why not? Let's go through who's starring in this movie, just to get it out of the way. We're already there. Patrick Dempsey is Sheriff Eric Newland.
Fuck yeah.
Nell Verlaque. Verlaque. I don't know.
For Lecky?
Sure, it's probably French, but she plays Jessica, so she's the main girl. Jalen Thomas Brooks is Bobby. Gina Gershon is Amanda. Addison Rae is Gabby. Rick Hoffman is Thomas Wright. Karen, I don't know if it's Cliche or Click because it's Cliche. She plays Kathleen. Milo Mannheim is Ryan. Tommaso Santelli, which is a great fucking name, is Evan. And Jenna Warren is Eula.
I don't remember who these people are, to be honest with you.
Sure. So
They didn't say the names that often.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Jessica is the main chick.
Uh-huh.
Bobby is one of the guy that helps out the original boyfriend that breaks his arm.
Yeah.
Which
Okay. Yeah.
they put that a little on the nose for me. Like, oh yeah, obviously it's him. He's coming back because he's got a broken arm and he wants a vendetta. And it's like, Okay, you got to
I
do
think
that.
they put a decent amount of red herrings in the movie. That was actually one of the things that we talked about on the way home. Was like there are a lot of possibilities that you'd be like, oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Very true. And then, like, at the end, they do show him taking off the mask in the warehouse where they get there, right? Like, after Patrick Dempsey's on the ground, knocked out, and she goes into the thing, she sees him take off the mask, right? So it's like, oh shit,
Yeah, that was
it is
super
him.
strange.
but also he's a little shorty. So I like that was the one thing for me. But we were talking about maybe it's just Ghostface rules.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Right.
Like, yeah, it could be like the same size no matter who it is. But like, did they ever explain why he was wearing the pilgrim outfit at the end of the movie there?
Because Dempsey drugged him and put him in his trunk to frame him.
Okay,
Right,
okay.
right. That's what I was
There
going to
we
get
go.
at. But again, it makes it seem like, oh, well, shit, it is him. Obviously, it's showing that it
Yeah.
is him right away. And then, obviously, if you watch the movie, yeah, it wasn't him. But he does have a good reason to be a killer if he was.
Yeah, ruin his baseball.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'd be pissed. Can't fucking.
But
play
then he came
baseball
back.
anymore.
It was good touch when they added those baseballs, like you said, when they're in the basement.
So, well, they're in the old house or whatever,
Yeah.
and then as she's getting away from not being baked to a perfect succulent turkey, she hits over those baseballs. I was like, that's in your face on purpose.
This movie needed one of those moments. I think it's from Signs, right? Swing Away,
Oh,
where like the guy gets the baseball bat, but instead he's taking baseballs and just chucking them at that guy. Like he finds his 90-mile-an-hour fastball again.
well, so I thought that's what kind of happened at the end. There is he threw something through the window that hit him in the face,
The hammer.
What did he?
or the
throw?
hammer.
Mhm.
Maybe it was a hammer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
throw
That
a
was
baseball, you can throw a
another
hammer.
another redirection moment they had.
Okay. Yeah, sure. That translates. Throwing a baseball. It's like a hammer. Sure.
Throwing anything, I guess.
If you can throw a
Yeah.
hammer, you can throw a ball. It's
Sure.
dodgeball
Yeah. No,
rules.
I've played
Yeah.
baseball. Yeah, it's second nature after that.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can
Pick up
dodge a
anything.
ball. So this is, as we talked about, based on the fictitious trailer from the Grindhouse movie. Well, not really a movie, 2 movies, double feature. There are other movies that have been made from these trailers. So let me just go through the actual list of the movies that there was there, and I'm going to have Randy guess which movies were made from the trailers. So you have Machete, The Werewolf Woman of the SS, Don't, Thanksgiving, and Hobo with a Shotgun. Randy, I'm not going to tell you how many were made into a movie. I'm just going to say that there are some in there.
Well, I know Machete.
Okay, Machete.
Machete's one.
Machete.
Obviously, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I
Come on, Randy.
maybe
Come
don't.
on.
No.
No.
I
No.
don't.
Hobo with a shotgun. That one. The
Yeah,
last
there
one.
it
Yeah.
is. Dude, which is
That
such
movie's
a
fucking weird.
yeah, it's so out there. But I mean, it has to be. I mean, it's a Hobo with a
Yeah.
Shotgun. But no, the biggest one that people want made is Don't, because it was made by Edgar Wright, and people think like that could be such a
Edgar
good movie.
Wright.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So, but he's kind of fallen off recently. I mean, the last couple movies he's had kind of been.
I didn't really care for his most recent. It was okay, but
Hasn't
yeah.
he been involved with the Scott Pilgrim?
He did the Scott Pilgrim anime
Yeah.
thing. He did that at least. But
The
I don't know how
animation takes a
involved.
long ass time too, though.
It
so-
does, yeah. I actually, I just watched the first episode of that the other night and pleasantly surprised by it, and I'm definitely going to keep watching it because I don't. Have you guys watched any of that yet?
No,
Not yet.
Are you a big Scott Pilgrim?
Fuck yeah.
I mean, I'm rocking the Ramona Flowers right now.
Okay,
so.
you're right. Yeah, so that is one of my favorite movies of all time. Me and my wife share a special thing with that because it was like one of the first movies we ever went to see together.
Aw.
And I don't know if you guys saw, but in the 10th year anniversary was supposed to be 2020, and obviously COVID was going on, so they did it a year after, and they re-released it into theaters. So me and my wife ended up going and seeing it in theaters together, and it was nice.
No.
Yeah, you know, just trying to be nice,
Trying to be a good
Yeah,
husband.
that
Romantic.
too. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So where to watch this guy? Obviously, it's only in theaters right now. You cannot get this on streaming or any of those deals where it could be on Shudder or this or that in the next week. No, it is going to be in theaters.
Bummer.
I kind of like it though. I mean, you always want to have a bigger release like this or this type of movie to be in theaters, so then you can kind of bring back that feeling of, hey, we need to go to the
Dude.
theater to see this.
Wait,
I'm
can I ask you?
so
wait,
torn.
hold on. How was your theater experience with this?
Randy,
Okay.
Randy, take that one.
Everything is empty.
Empty.
The whole entire
Okay.
place. There was maybe
5 people.
6, 7 other
Now
people.
we did
I know.
go at 4:45. on a.
Dude, we
No,
went
we
at
went at
11
11
a.m.
a.m.
Oh,
And while we're picking out our seats at the front of the Regal, we're very obviously saying, "Oh, hey, let's sit in the back." And this guy and his son are next to us, and they take our fucking seats
Those
before we
fucking
have a
bastards.
chance to
Right
check
whenever
out.
I was hitting pay, like it blacked out. I was like, you can't take those seats. I'm like,
So we
motherfucker.
took the seats in the row in front because we didn't want to sit next to anybody, and that was our only option. There was like a decent amount of people already had purchased seats. We didn't want to sit next to strangers, so we are in the row in front of them, and then they're talking to each other the whole time, explaining the movie to each other.
I
It
hate
was
that.
so frustrating.
Look, I admit it got a little bit better as the movie went on. I think they
Yeah.
kind of like they bought into the movie eventually, but like they were just talking about it. I'm like, what the fuck? You can talk about it afterwards. We don't have to get this fucking commentary.
Like
track
when
from
they're
you
doing the
guys.
turkey thing, like the kid's like, "Is that wax?" And dad goes, "No, obviously it's
Is that wax?
butter."
Is that wax? I'm pretty sure it's wax. Is that wax, Dad?
It was
you
it
put
was just-
wax
it
on a
was
turkey,
a
son? I
lot.
don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's why we go to the movies at 11 a.m. because generally the people that are there like actually want to see the movie. It's not like, oh, it's Friday
Yeah,
night.
but
We're gonna do
sometimes
whatever.
like idiots really want to see the movie too. So you know.
Yeah,
can't-
and sometimes you get a father and son duo going, "Hey, what are we doing? I guess I'm taking you to go see a movie because I got you this weekend." And fucking-
I don't know
Father
what
and
else
son
to do
do
with you.
They're just looking for movies with wax in it. Dad, is that
Right.
the wax? Did we get the wax?
that's another like. You're right. Like it is that hard thing of like I'd rather watch it at home because I'm not going to be distracted or I'm in my place of business and I can do whatever I want. So if I want to pause the movie because Randy's got to piss for the 17th time, we can do that. But
I only got up
Relatable.
once. Okay, I got up once.
you did, and I went, well, you're missing some very good plot points because it was during the scene in which they were in the cop office talking to Patrick Dempsey and figuring out what to do next.
Oh,
And I was like,
dang.
where you going, Randy? It's like, whatever.
Wow. I figured I
Well-
picked like a good spot.
No, well, so there's an app for this, by the way. Every movie that comes out, there's an app. It's when to go take a piss if you need to, kind of thing.
Really?
So,
I
yeah.
did not know that existed.
I can't
Shit.
remember the name of it, but it is there, and you can say, okay, whatever movie it is, it'll tell you what time or what scene in between you can like go and not miss anything. Kind of a cool.
I'm
thing.
looking it up.
He's looking it up right now. It's got to be something.
Phone after one to take a bathroom break and theaters. The Run P app.
The Run P. there
Run
you go.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what it is.
okay.
I've heard of that.
Shit, dude, we need that.
I'm gonna look it up.
Everybody should
That would
have
have been
that.
helpful
Yeah,
because I was
Randy.
like trying to figure out when to go, and it seemed like it was a good time, but apparently not.
And I like
See
how
that and Does the Dog Die? Those are two essential
those-
apps
yeah.
before you go see
Absolutely,
any
yeah.
movie.
I agree with that for sure. I like how Randy's like, I got to go pee, comes back with another drink. And I was like,
I was out there. I wasn't gonna get up
Well,
again.
It's
Sure.
the circle of life.
I
It's-
you just got to refill.
In and
It's
out.
fine. This
In and out.
is written by Jeff Rendell, and as we talked about, directed by Eli Roth. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, what are your favorite Eli Roth movies?
Ooh, dude. He's got a lot of solid ones. Kind of like what you were saying. His most recent ones kind of did fall off, but I'm a sucker for the Hostel movies.
Are you a Hostel 1 guy or are you a Hostel 2 guy?
I like the first one more.
Two.
Yeah, she's a 2 person, but I don't know. I just found the first one to be. I mean, they're both really good movies. It's kind of hard to pick one over the other.
I like movies with plot, so that's why I like part 2 better.
Well, I mean, one
Fair.
has a plot, but you're
That's
right.
fair.
It's pretty thin. I mean, it's literally just, okay, 2 guys go to a hostel and they get fucking... Well, not 2 guys. I mean, 1 guy gets out. Spoilers.
Wait, which one is it that has the guy in this movie? The guy that owns the store.
First.
One. He's
One,
like,
okay, yeah.
do I just go in there? Do I just
Just fucking
Yeah.
stab him. Yeah.
Which is such a good scene because, like, fucking people, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's so excited to go kill somebody and he doesn't know how to do it. And then when he goes in and does it, what happens?
He burns
you know?
off her face.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, he kind of fucks her up.
Kind of a bad guy.
Yeah.
Eli Roth is like, hey, you're good at being a piece of shit. Do you want to come be in this movie?
I'm pretty sure he's been in a lot of Eli Roth movies, actually. I think he's one of those, like, recurring characters that he kind of just, hey, you want to be in a movie? All right.
Yeah, they're babies.
So,
Like good old Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Jesus Christ. Randy, have you seen both Hostel movies?
No.
Have you seen
I
any?
have
not.
You've seen any of them?
Maybe the first one.
Do you remember a dangling eyeball?
No.
Then you
Oh,
haven't seen
God.
it.
Mm.
I think the worst part The worst part of that movie, obviously, is the Achilles tendon thing for me.
I don't know, man. That eyeball is pretty fucking gnarly. Like, it's to the point where she sees a reflection of herself. She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna jump in front of a train. I can't do this shit."
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
End scene. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. To me, I can live without an eyeball, but if you're slicing my Achilles tendon that
No, dude.
nicely and you stand up and it literally just
The worst part about that is when he takes the scissors and cuts it out, and then it's just pus shooting out of her eye socket. It's just like,
Ew.
ugh. Yeah, it's nasty, man. You should
Yeah,
watch
that
it,
one-
Randy. I totally recommend it.
yeah, you know, really, like it's a pretty good movie. Even the second one, yeah, they go a little further and like you know, there is more plot there for sure. But has
Mhm.
anybody seen the third one?
Yeah,
Yes.
Jesse likes it, man. I think
do.
it's terrible.
It wasn't it like direct to DVD or some shit too.
Yeah.
Yes,
it wasn't.
and
it wasn't-
it's not Eli Roth at all,
No,
but
no.
I think it makes sense as a progression of this thing because okay, what's the only thing worse than murder for capitalism's sake, murder for capitalism and gambling's sake.
It's got a
That's
solid
true,
idea.
that's
It's
true,
just
yeah.
done, and it's just so poorly done. It's just not.
I
fun.
seen it one time and I feel like it was like on Tubi or something, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I guess I'm watching this, and then I was like, well, why it's on Tubi? Fuck.
It's not.
Hey,
good.
man, Tubi's got some good shit now.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, to be fair, Tubi does have some really good stuff.
To be fair,
Yeah.
To be fair, so
That's actually what we're
gonna-
doing after we record this. Is we're gonna record this month's To Be or Not to Be.
Oh,
so
what movie?
not to plug our own shit, but we're
plug
gonna
it.
plug our own shit.
plug it.
Because once a month we like to talk about a movie we haven't seen that's on Tubi. Kind of give the lower budget stuff some love. And this is actually a Tubi original. It's called Meet the
Oh.
Killer Parents.
Oh,
So
have you watched it yet?
yeah.
yes,
Was it decent?
it was weird.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's
weird.
that's a no. That's a
That's
no.
it's like it took a turn I was not prepared for based on the trailer, which
Yeah.
I always love that.
Look, it's the production company is Mar Vista. They're known for making the cheesy Hallmark movies that you
Like,
see.
yeah, Christmas movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they like ventured into, horror territory.
If anybody watching is familiar with the Merry Christmas trilogy,
Yeah.
Oh my
it's
God.
that same production
yeah.
company.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. So yeah, not too very well done then. So
Yeah.
I gotcha. Have you guys seen what was that Hulu original movie that came out with Caitlin Danvers? No One Will Save You, I think.
No, we haven't seen that one
haven't
yet.
watched it yet. We've heard
That's-
really good things about it.
Yeah.
That's a movie I think you guys would really, really enjoy. It goes a little different than you think it will towards the end, and I like it, and it makes you think too at the end. And you guys have seen Pearl, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the ending shot of Pearl where she's just staring into the camera just nervously for like
Yeah.
6 minutes. It has kind of one of those kind of scenes, and it I like it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Put it on your list.
It's on there.
Ooh,
It's on there,
I like
brother.
it. Nice. So this movie, Thanksgiving, is rated R for strong, bloody horror violence and gore, pervasive language, and some sexual material.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was there?
Was there sexual material?
Yeah, she flashed her butt on the trampoline.
That's just a butt.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
shit.
But that,
you
it could
know,
be.
it-
That's not sexual. That would be brief nudity to me.
she was
um,
like, she was very much like, come and get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She was telling them like they wanted to like be jumping and fucking at the same time.
That
That's
could
a
be
recipe for some injuries.
Yeah, I know.
breaking
Dude, they
of
could have
things.
They honestly could have let that play out naturally, and it probably would have ended up better than what we got.
You're not wrong. I mean,
Like put his dick through the trampoline
Oh
instead of the
my
knife.
God. Within
look,
like
that's
2
a good
weeks,
idea.
the porn version of that's
Yeah,
gonna
come
be
on.
out there on the internet.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be the porn version of Thanksgiving right there. Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Thanksgiving
copyright and trademark
Yeah,
that right now, and fucking make
Come get
some
stuff and
Oh my God, done. You got trademark it now.
fuck yeah, dude. Let's make it.
What did he say at the end where he was just like, "There's gonna be no leftovers" or something this time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You're right. No leftovers.
Okay. I
That's
want
what it should have been called, by the way.
no leftovers.
Yeah.
That would
That'd
be
be a
better.
good tagline.
That's a good tag. That's the sequel right there. That's the sequel title.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
This time there's
Day
no
old
leftovers.
leftovers.
Yeah.
So the one thing I do want to get into is this movie wasn't as tongue in cheek as I thought the trailer was, or it wasn't as fun as the original trailer led it to be.
Mhm.
Like I
Mm.
wanted this movie to be that, like, hey, like he says, there's gonna be no leftovers, which then looks in the camera like, right?
Yeah.
And like I wanted something like that, but this movie played it kind of serious. I don't know. I was getting the last Scream vibes from this, where it was like too serious and too kind of dumb for me. Like, so spoilers for the
I
last Scream movie, when Dewey gets killed and I shed a tear, that was so stupid because it was a woman who was 5 foot nothing, 100 pounds, lifting him up with 2 knives in his front and his back. And I don't know why I got vibes of that in this movie, even though when it's revealed, it's the big cop, but I don't know.
Ghostface rules, man. Come on.
I disagree. I think this movie had a lot of fun moments, like feeding the cat.
That was so good.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
the big climax in the warehouse with the turkey just looming in the background, like stuff like that, just like little moments that just cracked me up.
And I like that, but I wanted them to kind of steer more into that. It almost seemed like those were there, but then it went back to like being a normal slasher movie that we've gotten forever. I just wanted to stay in that lane of being so goofy. Like, hey, there's this clown running around. Oh, he just chopped somebody's fucking head off. Like,
Yeah,
I want
dude.
more of that.
Whenever that scene happened, I was like, oh, there's a clown here, and
That
it's
clown-
Thanksgiving. Huh.
Listen, total Eli Roth move, because we've got the outfit from Hell House LLC, but a
Mhm.
killer clown's mask.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely Killer Clowns from
Yeah.
outer space.
It
right?
was.
Yeah.
It caught me by surprise, though. I was like, okay,
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess
me
like
too.
leftover Halloween shit. Yeah, sure, it's Thanksgiving. Let's throw it all out there. And then he like, oh, that's the guy. It was great. I loved it.
Well, I kind of like how it's a swerve too. You're like, well, fucking, there's a clown. He ain't gonna do. Oh shit, he did kill
Yeah, he
everybody.
did
It
it,
wasn't.
yeah,
fun.
oh, shit.
Yeah.
So I like that, but
And I loved that we get like finally a parade that's not just like, oh, we're gonna see a bunch of people in masks in the crowd. Like we actually
Yeah.
cause some havoc during a parade, because I
It-
feel like that's a thing that's done a lot.
It almost felt
Yeah.
like they were doing a shot for shot of I Know What You Did Last Summer when they're looking for the fisherman,
oh yeah,
like on the
yeah,
parade.
yeah.
Yeah. No, one thing that I wish that this movie would have done, I wish they would have like leaned more into that grindhouse feel, like put the artificial grain on there and just
Okay.
like make it messy. You know what I mean?
It does feel very shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I was kind of getting at. It just feels too new school or too just like a regular slasher movie where I wanted it, like you said, okay, this is from the Grindhouse universe. Without knowing it, you wouldn't know that this was a movie made from that. So why not
Yeah.
lean into it and, like you said, put the grain on it or make it more in your face about how this is Thanksgiving and there's really no reason for the killer, because that's what I felt from that first trailer, the fake trailer, was it was just a dude killing people because he was killing people and it happened to be Thanksgiving.
You could totally make that movie. That's the thing I was trying to think, like, how do you turn that small trailer into like an hour and a half? Like, it's got to be tough, but like, I mean, there's
Yeah.
plenty of movies out there like that where like there's no reason giving. Like, it's just like a dude killing people,
Mhm.
and it's
Yeah.
centered around a holiday. That's all you need. It's kind of like Halloween, you know?
Right, exactly. There doesn't need to be, and I think that's actually more. If you're trying to get into scary, that's more scary than having a motive, right? And you don't have a motive.
Yeah.
You're just a fucking evil dude, just killing people to kill
Yeah,
people.
just like
and-
slicing and dicing.
Exactly. And it's Thanksgiving. He'd be slicing and dicing.
It's like, you know what? I'm gonna be a clown too.
Right? Because why not? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now there was one scene that like the guy gets stabbed in the stomach with the bread knife or whatever. It's kind of like
That was an electric turkey carver.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, whatever. Same. Electric turkey carver,
it
fucking
right.
electric bread. You can use it on bread too. Well, anyways, what I'm saying is
You're
They
not
didn't-
gonna get a very good cut with your bread if you use the electric turkey slicer. Sorry, I need
Spoken
to.
like somebody who's used it on bread before.
it just won't cut.
You
I
gotta
don't-
take bread
First-hand
seriously.
experience.
Touche. What I'm saying is they didn't set that up for me enough. Like it just came out of nowhere. They didn't show the turkey carver, whatever, before, you know what I mean? They didn't show anything. It was literally just, oh, now it's in his gut, like as he turned around. I just wanted a little more like, hey, he's got, I don't know, a turkey that he's carving, and then he goes, you know, I know he's trying to get out of there super quick, but maybe he was eating, and then, I don't know. It just didn't set it up for me to go like, well, they're going to obviously use that to get stabbed with.
See, do you have a cat?
I do not.
Okay, so I think this
He
is
looks
why
like a cat person, doesn't he?
I look like a cat person? What does that even mean?
I think this is why this was a miss for you, because as soon as he asks his cat Dewey where the guy is, and the cat looks in the kitchen, I was like, that guy's not in the kitchen because cats are assholes. That cat is misleading
Yeah,
him. So
dude.
Oh, I
I knew the killer was gonna be somewhere else.
I got that one because immediately the cat's like, I'm like, he's not over there. The cat's just looking because he doesn't give a
That's
fuck.
a fucking asshole, man.
Right. It's probably like he's behind you, but he's actually over there because I want you to die.
Where was
Yeah.
he actually? Was he like hiding
I
underneath
think
the
it was
table?
underneath
Yeah.
the table. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Something like that, or he was behind a door or something. He just pops out. I mean, again, I don't care. Slasher movies, you can pop out of anywhere. It doesn't matter how far
Mhm.
away you are or how close you are to somebody. No, you're just automatically teleporting there in death. It's fine.
Did you guys what did you guys think of The Mask?
I was okay.
I thought
with
it looked. I thought it looked like a combination of Jesus and
Dude,
Guy
exactly.
Fawkes.
I thought it looked like Jesus. I was like, okay, like who even is this guy? Is this like
John Carver.
Right. So it's like one of the guys that
On
one of the
Kava.
yeah. Oh, we're gonna get to that in a second.
John Carver.
It was one of the guys who was like there for Plymouth Rock or whatever, the founding or the first like
Plymouth
Thanksgiving-
Rocks.
Did I say Plymouth Rock? Whatever. But I think
No,
it
that
plays
was
into
the
that.
band that was in the parade, Plymouth
Oh, right,
Rocks.
which was
Yeah.
amazing.
I've lost my shit in the theater at that moment.
yeah, that's great.
Dumbest moment to like actually laugh out loud, but I did.
Did you notice in his room all the actual posters that were on the wall were of him?
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah, they were posters of himself for other parties that he had.
Mhm.
Dude, have you seen Cabin Fever?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I
Both
wanted
of them.
him. I feel like that should have been
Well,
the
3 of
party
them.
guy, the party cop from
Oh.
that movie. Dude,
Party
because it's like it's
Cop!
another Eli Roth movie. Like make him
Yep,
be like a
yep.
consistent character.
Yeah, that
Yes,
would be cool.
always have Party Cop.
Yeah.
Especially because we got rambunctious teens around.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect moment for Party Cop.
Party Cop's the best thing about that movie.
I'm trying
Yeah, honestly, I could watch a whole movie of
I've
just
never
Party
seen this
Cop.
movie.
Dude, he's
Sorry.
the cop. He goes over there to try. Like they call the cops, and he like goes over there. He's like a teenager.
He's not like other cops.
He's
He's,
like,
a cool
hey,
cop.
what you guys doing here? I bet you guys are partying real good, huh? I love to party, man. Just let me know if you guys got any parties going on. And then he like rides off on his bicycle.
I'm just anytime somebody mentions Cabin Fever, I immediately think of this scene, the shaving scene. I mean, that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
so that's what
that's
it's in my
fair.
brain. Yeah, but no, I know exactly who you're talking about because he was actually in a TV show that I mentioned a lot to Randy that he needs to watch called Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place with Ryan Reynolds.
I
That's
gotta
the
watch
whole
it on your
show
flex.
name.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's well, so then they
Really?
changed it later after they got out of college and they weren't working at a pizza place anymore to just Two Guys and a Girl. But it is a 90s sitcom show that was pretty good. The guy that we're talking about, the party guy, he was in the show halfway through. His name was called Germ, and he just looked like he looked the same. He probably filmed, I'm pretty sure Cabin Fever the original one came out, what?
It's like
2000?
2000?
Yeah,
Yeah,
around there.
2001, somewhere around. Yeah.
So he was probably shooting that show then, too. So
2002. Yeah.
is that you, Randall?
I'm looking up everything.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Yeah, the cops
The
coming.
cops?
Yeah.
The caps.
Cats.
Caps are coming.
Caps.
All right, we're going to do it then.
Yep.
This was so Boston, it wasn't even fucking funny.
I
Patrick,
was really impressed with Dempsey.
Mhm.
I was really impressed with him.
sometimes it was like it came and went. Like he was
Yeah,
he was
some of them were
Boston
iffy.
in like the first part of a sentence, and then halfway through he lost the accent, and then it came back. It was
Oh no,
weird.
yeah, no, and I appreciated just hearing it because whenever it would slip, I immediately go back to like his John Hughes days.
Right. And
So like
I wasn't
when he
mad
hit
at
the
it.
accent, I was really impressed with it.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at it. I was like, I kind of like it going in and out because it goes into what I wanted, which was this movie is supposed to be kind of shitty. So for
Mhm.
him to like, oh, now I'm just talking regular. Oh fuck, I forgot I'm supposed to be from Boston. Like, that's funny to me.
It also just feels very like, okay, we don't have time for another take. This
Right,
is
right.
your
Yeah.
best
Shit,
shot.
we forgot to do
yeah.
the Boston accent. God damn it.
We'll
We got, like,
splice that
10
whole
grand left.
sentence together, and it's fine. Fucking-
yeah.
It'll work in post. It's fine, whatever. But no, I mean, and like everybody else had a Boston accent, but then they didn't too. It's just a weird thing where you're supposed to be in the heart of Boston, Massachusetts. Thanksgiving's a big thing here, and then it was like it didn't really even seem like Thanksgiving was that big beyond the one place they went to eat at the diner, and then some people having Boston accents.
I guess, like, I mean, transplants, you know what I mean? Like,
True, very
they,
true.
not everybody. Yeah.
I mean, you had was that a Russian gangster?
Yeah, I
Oh
thought
my
he was.
God.
Yeah.
Is that why you wanted to play Grand Theft Auto this morning?
Oh, no, I just like to
did
play
that
Grand Theft Auto.
subliminally
No.
influence you to pull it out?
No, that game just fucking rules.
I'll take that. He wanted to because subliminally, he was like, yeah, I gotta kill some people here.
Nico Bellic.
What's funny is that guy just was he shot with an arrow or what did they?
It's like a tranquilizer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's what he was using in the car at the end. So he just
Mhm.
tranked the
Yeah.
the cop guard dude and then him because again he
It'd be
got shot.
hilarious. It'd be
Yeah.
hilarious if that was like an actual gun and like it just didn't have that effect. Like he's like point blank shooting like,
But
I'll just
like,
pass
I
out.
don't know. I almost feel like that was a moment for him to like actually kind of do his cop stuff on the side. Like, okay, we're gonna take care of this gangster while I'm here in his house.
Mm,
Done.
mhm.
So I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
I just until now it just clicked that it was the same tranquilizer gun there because I was gonna make a point of, well, the big Russian mobster guy gets shot on the side of his body that doesn't have a heart and he's just dead in one like it was really
Knocked out.
weird. But now that he's knocked out by a trank gun, okay, that makes sense. I'm
But
not mad at it.
also, here's the thing too: is that tranquilizers have to be done by body weight. So how are they using the same tranquilizers on
Probably a
the
lot.
6.5 foot Russian gangster, and then also like 100 pound 5'2" uh
I don't
Gabby.
I don't think
You know
he,
what I
I
mean?
don't think he cared. He said, "What's the biggest dose that I need for like
Yeah.
a rhinoceros? Put it in the gun. If they die, they die. Fuck
And
it."
that's what I would
Whole
do if I
point.
was him.
Right. No, I mean, so if we want to break down the plot of this too, like, why did he care about the two people that were yelling at the Black Friday thing, like the guy, the trampoline couple? Like, why would he care about them? To me, that made no sense.
That doesn't make
Well,
much
because the
sense.
one kid, the guy that got his head turned around, he was the one that basically he took the bullhorn and started the riot
Oh,
towards the
that's
store.
right.
So
Yeah.
he instigated that part of it.
Okay, but then
And
killing
then
his girlfriend just because, I guess.
Yeah.
No witnesses, man.
I guess. Yeah. Fuck it. I mean,
He saw the trampoline. He's like, I got an opportunity here.
Yeah, he's
It's
like,
something
this,
I've never done
I've
before.
never been able to do this.
I'll never have this moment ever again. I gotta take advantage.
we got to stick
Also,
the knives through the.
What
Yeah.
school has a trampoline like that? Just
A
I love
rich
how it
school.
had the
Gymnasium.
spotlight for it
These
too.
are rich
Yeah.
schools.
You just like flip on the
In
lights.
Apparently.
Boston.
Fun.
Have you ever gone to
It's
school in Boston?
Boston.
They
No.
got they
No.
got fucking trampolines everywhere, dog.
That's part of like the Macy's parade. You know, they got trampolines on the floats. Like, you know, it's like a big Thanksgiving staple.
Okay. I believe that. I believe that. They're
Yeah.
training for it, so that's why it's in the middle with the spotlight already on it because they're doing maybe like tryouts. Like, all right, we need to know who's going to be the best on the trampoline.
Exactly. Yeah.
Would have been her.
I mean, she seemed to pretty
R.I.P.
decent at it until she got
wasn't.
murdered on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean trampolines are actually really good for like working on your flips and splits and jumps and everything. So it's an effective training method for like cheerleading, dance, whatnot.
Also, wouldn't like landing on a trampoline full split like bow you
Hurt?
the other way too and like make it hurt even worse? Like I'm not a flexible person, but I feel like ouch.
Honestly, not really. Like if you're on the right size trampoline, it's not like you sink that far in because your like weight is a little bit more.
Not distributed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Spread out.
Have you done this? Was that
Yeah,
your
I
first-hand
danced
knowledge?
for a really
Okay.
long time, and we would do trampoline training for some
She's
of our
carved.
jumps and
She's
stuff.
carved bread. She's done splits on the trampoline. She's done it all, folks.
Everything. I mean, goddamn.
Dressed as a clown.
I'm just your expert correspondent for Eli Roth's Thanksgiving.
Perfect. Runtime on this guy to me is a little long.
Yeah.
As we were talking earlier of like, how do you make this movie into a 90-minute, quick whatever from that trailer? Well, they made it 106 minutes.
Is that how
Oh,
long
shit.
it was? I really
Yeah.
didn't know. I didn't pay attention to what the
I didn't
runtime was
either.
before we went in because we knew we were going to watch it. So
Right. Yeah. No, I'm not saying in there watching it felt too long, but honestly, it did kind of feel like, okay, some scenes don't need to be in here. I mean, I get the whole Black Friday thing being the whole reasoning for it, but I just don't think it fits really in this movie. kind of.
honestly, I loved that opening, and I wouldn't have been mad if the whole movie was like that.
Well, so
I
that's
I
what
know
was-
that's not what was advertised to us, but like this opening, I was like, I'm really feeling this. And I don't know if it's because we watched Black Friday the night before, so I was already in like that mindset. But
which
I thought it was real
yeah.
fun watching all of the chaos and everything go down. And I think it's fun to use as like an inciting event because it is such a thing that's very contentious because like this day that's meant to be about like thankfulness and family togetherness and whatnot. People are either leaving their family get-togethers early to go be asshole consumers, or they're being forced to leave their families early because they have to work minimum wage to
Yep.
keep their lights on.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. What happened to the guy that worked there who showed up with the mask on to the parade and then just went away later?
That's his story.
yeah.
That was his whole. He has his own
Mhm.
movie going on where he's like planning that protest right there, and
Yeah,
it's
his-
just so anticlimactic
his is
because the
like-
cops are like, "Shoot," and then he's like, "Okay, sorry."
He's living his own
Get
Aaron
out here.
Brockovich movie
There you
Yeah.
go.
type thing.
Yeah. Well, again, that's just another plot thread to be like, well, it's probably that guy, but in reality,
Dude, the
no.
guy was too
No, he
too
was-
Too fat.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
I
a way
said
to
it,
say. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy walking around. Even thinking about it now, it doesn't even seem like Patrick Dempsey is the guy that's walking around the whole time in the movie.
Nah.
Like,
No, the killer is kind of lean. Like Bobby's frame kind of made sense, really.
yeah, I like how they tried to bring
Mhm.
that into like, oh, well, you knew the security guard. I'm like, why does that fucking matter that he would kill people then? Like, because he knows the security guard and he said he didn't know him. Like, I understand why they brought it up, but it was such a weird meh.
I will say,
Yeah.
if anything is to be dropped from this movie to make it a little bit more lean, I think like the
The
relationship.
whole Ryan thing, yeah. I was
the whole
like, I
drama.
don't care
It
about
doesn't
this
even
guy.
play out. It's just like, oh, they're like competing over Jesse, and it's like, okay, nothing ever really comes from that. It's just, oh, these two people hate each other.
Right. I
Great.
even said to Randy when the movie was like ending, I was like, what happened to her fucking boyfriend? And he just
Yeah, he just
disappeared.
disappears.
Yeah,
And
he
then
just-
and then
yeah.
and then oh hey, what's up? I'm here. It's like
Yeah.
okay.
I love whenever
Where did
he
he
like
go?
goes over there to comfort her, and he like just brushes the guy's jacket off.
Jacket
Just
right
like,
off, yeah.
Yeah, no, you
That
don't
was
need
good.
that.
Okay, they
Yeah.
need that for that. That needs
Just for
to
that
be in this
one.
movie. Yeah, just for that scene. Just you don't need that jacket. It's fine. So, budget time. What do we think it cost to make this movie?
Oh shit! Do you actually have the budget?
I do.
Ah, man. Okay.
Mm, this is Eli Roth, and I feel like he works better on a lower budget.
Yeah, and just like nothing like
that's his
crazy.
thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm gonna say
I'm gonna say
8
5
mil.
mil.
Oh, look at that!
Okay,
Right at the same
5 and
time.
8.
Yeah.
Good job,
I
Randall.
was just gonna go with 2.
$2 million.
There wasn't much going. I mean, there was a lot going on, but they didn't go many places.
I mean,
They
well,
only had
okay.
what, Addison Rae and Patrick Dempsey.
She's 1 mil. He's 500,000.
I'd switch those, but yeah, pretty much. Yeah. No, I mean, to me, I was thinking about this, and Eli Roth, yeah, he's had some tumultuous kind of career so far, but I still think he demands somewhat of a little bit of a chunk of change to make a movie.
He needs
and
the
then-
effects budget.
Well, yeah, that, and I was just gonna say the effects in this movie. Well, there's a lot of them, and some of them you're like, okay, there are some pretty good effects, like the dude getting his head smashed on the Thanksgiving table. I was like, what? I was
Yeah.
not expecting that to fully just show his head just.
That was good. Yeah.
Lizzie's face getting stuck to the freezer.
That was
that
tight.
was
Yeah,
so
that was
good.
disgusting.
That
I
was
forgot
cool.
about that.
That was near fear unlocked. Like, okay, list of ways I don't want to die.
That was innovative. Like I was like, oh, drowning her? Nope. Freezing her face to that. Okay, great.
yeah, that was kind of cool. The only let's say kill that I was like, get the fuck out of here, was her kill with the dumpster. The way
Yeah.
she just
that
half
was
so
stupid.
easy.
yeah.
At first, I was
How
like, oh,
heavy is
that's
that
kind of
lid?
cool. Yeah. And then I thought about it. I was like, wait, how does that even happen?
Yeah, like I don't know. Maybe there's like a cardboard baler out back. That's a little bit more believable. That'll
Yeah.
chop her in half.
Right, that, or maybe she's trying to get in and the car actually hits her as she's jumping in, so it does half her that way because she's literally being halved by a fucking car. I mean, I don't know. That would
Okay.
work.
So we're going back to signs again.
Yes.
Oh, does that happen?
That's-
Okay,
yeah.
let's just bring aliens.
That's why
in
he
too.
loses
fine.
his faith.
Oh,
she's
because of
pinned-
the car?
She's pinned. She's pinned.
Oh shit! Is that why that's part of Scary Movie?
Yes.
Wherever she's like, "Let me explain."
And her hat keeps getting bigger every time she's being
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god, I love that.
It's hilarious. Or what's the one with isn't she like eating a hot dog or something in that? No, that's a different movie. Wait. It's Denise
Wait.
Richards. Yeah, no, it's Denise
Yeah,
Richards.
no,
right?
that's the one right there where he's like, "So can I still
Yeah,
like
yeah,
meet with
yeah.
your other half?"
That's
And then she's
right,
like,
yeah.
"I don't get it. Let me explain."
And then he opens it up.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Split like this.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm remembering. Jesus Christ. Anyway,
Mm.
so budget is $15 million.
Wow.
Holy shit, 15.
A little more than I thought. I was thinking like 10. maybe 12.
Even
But
that though feels accessible. Like I just don't really see what was that expensive
the
for
marketing
this
budget.
right here. Well, they don't usually even factor marketing in that, right? Like that's usually like a separate thing.
No, they put them in there normally.
I've always heard
Maybe-
that like the marketing thing was like after the fact. That's why the movies have to make 2.5 times more than what like the listed budget is.
So they play around with things when it comes to marketing budgets. So like, let's say this movie is, under, I can't remember, is this Blumhouse? I don't even remember who it was, but let's say it is Blumhouse, right? Well, they have another movie that's coming out soon or other projects in the work that they're paying for. Well, they might take money from those to pay for the marketing budget because they know they're going to get back money from whatever. Or a previous movie that has made money, they'll grab and just say, okay, we're going to split this amongst it. So we're hiding where that marketing budget is coming from, kind of thing, just because, hey, this movie was way better than we thought it was going to be. Well, we need to boost this movie up because it sucks. So let's put more money in the marketing budget.
Pretty sneaky.
Right. And not tell anybody. Just under,
Yeah.
under the carpet there. It's fine. So, all right. Rotten Tomatoes score. These are going to be obviously changing because this movie is just in theaters. But as of November 19th, this morning, what do we think the critics gave it and the audience gave it out of 100%?
This is gonna be one that-
Audience is gonna love this more than critics.
Audience is gonna be high. I
Uh,
think critics is gonna be more mid. I'd say critics is probably about 56%.
I would say critics are in the 60s and audience is in the 80s.
All right.
Yeah, I'd say audience in the 70s, like 75. Yeah.
Randall.
I'll probably keep it down. Critics, 48 the
48.
critics.
Okay.
and 63 for the audience.
All right. So, like I
Yeah,
said, as
48,
of
63.
as of November 19th, 2023, at what did I do? This 10 o'clock in the morning, a.m. Eastern time. Critics gave it an 83%,
Wow!
and audience a 79%.
Wow!
Wow.
Randall, say your piece.
The fuck? How?
Wait, does it
What
tell
was
you how many
critically- Go ahead.
reviews are there from critics so far?
That's a good question.
Let me look that up. Randall,
What's
say
What's
something.
our X value?
Right, because you don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that there's a.
I gotta look this up too. This fucking bullshit.
This
This
fucking
movie was not that
bullshit.
good. What was so critically? What are the word? What am I looking for?
What is so
Acclaimed.
Yes.
critically
Yeah.
rated.
What's so critically acclaimed about this movie?
I love
What
that you're
part?
personally offended by
Like,
this.
he is-
I am.
he
Like
is
people
mad
like
as
this
well.
movie, mother.
Listen, and I read some of the reviews, like some of the critic reviews that have been out there. Like, aside from like the horror magazines, any that's just like a regular film review, not kind.
of this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as of right now, so this is 1:55 Eastern Standard Time on November 19th because it matters. There's 88 critic reviews, and then there
Whoa.
are 100 plus audience verified ratings. So that's a lot. So
It
it's
must
I
be
think
people
it's
that just
what-
haven't gone to the movie theater in a while.
So it has changed since I've made it, by the way. It is now 82 critics, 79 audience versus 83. It went down 1%.
Just a point. Ooh, we're getting there.
1%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going down.
Okay.
Bring it back
I
down.
think people are just excited to have a Thanksgiving movie. Jesse and I have been trying to find Thanksgiving themed movies, and like there's nothing out there. So like, since it's like a Thanksgiving movie, like,
I wouldn't say this is a good Thanksgiving movie.
have you seen any of the others? This is probably pretty good compared to the rest of them out there.
Yeah, but
you really need
can't.
to watch Thanksgilling,
Blood Rage.
Blood
Just-
Rage.
It's so bad.
That already sounds ridiculous.
Mhm.
Thanksgiving.
It's a killer turkey.
Oh,
You should
Randy,
do it,
you'd
dude.
hate
Is
it.
that- is that-
No, he liked Rubber. He liked a movie about a killer tire. Like he could like Thanksgiving.
That movie was interesting. That's why.
Is that cranberry sauce? I'm sorry.
That's
Um,
not
cranberry
cranberry
sauce.
sauce, Artie. That is not cranberry sauce.
So let me read one good review from Rotten Tomatoes and one bad review from Rotten Tomatoes critically. So here we go. Here's the good one. Thanksgiving may shock those who have come to equate horror with PG-13 jump scares, but it will fill the bellies of those yearning for inventive killings and a menu of viscera. Viscera? I don't. That's not how you say that word.
Viscera.
Thank you. Viscera. Okay, but he gave it 2.5 out of 4.
That's still considered good, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know why that would.
Oh,
be.
that's like, what would that be? That'd be like a 6.5, 7.
75%?
Yeah, yeah. I'd say about like
okay. I mean,
the 70s
that's
would be pretty
kinda
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a bad one.
That was less than 75. My math.
It's so
bad.
weird that was the good one.
I know, right? No originality and no thrills, but enough stomach-churning gore to keep the scaremongers happy. 0 out of 4.
Dude, that sounds like a good review.
Yeah.
I know, right?
No.
Come on, man. That's what I want.
That's the same thing people say about Terrifier 2.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
I want to say one thing about Terrifier 2.
Oh boy.
35 minutes too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Beyond that, I was there, and then it just kept going and going.
See,
and
that's
going. I was
one-
like, just fucking end it.
It's over 2 hours. Like,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. At least this one's not over 2 hours.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I would have been able to sit there the whole time.
Well, the problem is the movie's good, and then it just, I don't know if they're trying to, like, he was trying to make a message of something with what's her face not dying or whatever into the water, and then she escapes from it, and then she's in like the dream sequence with the fucking playground and all this shit. I'm like, just fucking let her. That scene was like 25 minutes long, and then she finally comes back and does what she needs to do. And I'm not going to spoil it for Randy because, you know, he's
I
going to
think
watch that
part
movie.
of the problem is that Damien Leone also does all of the special effects and the editing, and I think he has a hard time wanting to cut away from any of the stuff that he personally worked on.
Yeah.
I think he's got a
Yeah.
hard time editing himself.
Yeah, so if
Which I get it because he puts a lot of work into those special effects and everything, but it does, like, that whole final act is probably where I would trim a lot of that from.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, oh, for sure. So I'm assuming that with Terrifier 3, he's probably, because he has a much bigger budget, I would hire a fucking editor that's not him.
I don't know, man. I feel like for him, it's his baby. I don't think he's going to, like,
Yeah.
hand it over to somebody else.
We didn't get a lot. So we went to the Terrifier 2 panel at Scarefest, but the strike was still going on and they couldn't, because many of them are members of SAG-AFTRA, and even though Terrifier isn't necessarily a struck work, they were all, the union was telling them to be more careful than anything. So they couldn't really say a lot about it other than it'll be fun. That's all we can say. Like,
Right, yeah.
that was
And
kind of their party line.
I'm assuming you guys saw the little teaser trailer that they put out there, last week or something?
Actually, I
seen
haven't
it.
watched it
No,
yet.
but I know it's going to be
Like,
Christmas themed. which
yeah,
I'm
part of the
super
thing
stoked
is
for.
that, like, I don't know, like, I tend to stay away from trailers and teaser trailers anyway, just because if I know I'm gonna go see a movie, I'm gonna go see a movie.
Touche.
You know,
Yeah.
like, to me, I don't need to get hyped up. I don't need to get hyped up for the Terrifier franchise.
I still want to see it, though.
I'm on board with it.
Yeah,
Like,
I will
Yeah.
say it's not anything to do with, I think, the movie. I think they shot like a quick little something scene,
No.
and that's it.
He said that. I asked him because we actually talked to him too, and he said they haven't shot anything for the movie yet.
Yeah, so they probably just made some quick little. It's not even like anything more than him going into a house wearing a Santa Claus outfit
Yeah.
with a little girl, and then whatever.
probably just like a proof of concept type deal.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Like, hey, look, I'm here for anything that's going to be Christmas themed killing.
Fuck
Yeah.
Why not, right? Jesus Christ. All right, who was our favorite character in this movie? Somebody.
I
I liked Scuba.
Scuba.
I liked him. I
What
like
about
a
you?
level-headed jock. I like.
That part,
What
okay,
about you?
Randy, just when his girlfriend just takes all of that table saw and he's just holding her with her guts, and he's like, what do I do? What do I do?
Yeah.
And then literally 20 minutes later, he just forgets completely that his girlfriend just got fucking bowels ripped out, and it's fine.
And
It's fine.
he was touching them.
Right, it's fine.
Disgusting.
I like the fucking party dude that sells guns and
What a change of character halfway through the movie for him, because
Right.
he's all like, I'm Mark Cuban, I gotta make money off this. And he's like, by the way, you can have this gun. It's
Yeah,
a
I know, I didn't
favor. You're
expect
gonna have my
that.
dad's ring. It's a favor. Like,
yeah.
I don't prey on children. I'm just your friend. I'm
Well,
your
also,
buddy.
It's like kind of ambiguous, right? How old is he? Because they kind of talked to him like he was in high school with them, but
Yeah,
like
I
also,
imagine
Yeah.
he was like a senior when they were freshmen.
Yeah,
like,
he
it's
looks
that
so
kind of an
old,
age
though.
gap is what I'm assuming.
like he looks like he's about to turn 40.
Well, they said that, right?
listen.
They were just like, yeah, he's like turning 35 or something, but yet he was still in high school. Like, it was a joke about it.
Just showing up to
Mhm.
sell guns at high school. Like
When he-
they did that in fucking 2023.
When he shoots that fucking musket off or whatever, and his dad's like, my son's an idiot. Don't fucking pay. That was hilarious.
yeah.
I think mine was probably Scuba too.
Okay.
Mainly because of the fucking that scene, him just being like clueless and not knowing what to do with anything. Like the gun, he pulled it, nothing happened. He left it on safe. The one chance you had to fucking kill him, you ruined it. And then, like you said, his girlfriend is getting debowed
T-bow.
by the table saw, and he's just sitting there holding her. What do I do? What do I do? Didn't he say it again some more time, like another time?
Something like that. Yeah. No, I thought she was actually like gonna survive for a second when she like her hand went into the saw and like all her fingers went
Yeah.
away. And she was still holding herself up, but then just went, nah, and just falls into it kind of thing. I was like, all right, she's fucking dead.
Yeah.
I think part of it was her balance was just all thrown off since her inner ear got
Oh, dude.
demolished.
I didn't even think about
that's
that.
That's a good thought. Look at you.
I'm kind of an inner ear expert.
What are you an expert not of?
Turkey.
Oh, okay.
So I can't verify how well Kathleen was cooked, but
I can.
Apparently she was done. The fucking thing
Dude.
popped.
When the thing popped. I love that detail. But also, whenever he like cut a slice of her thigh, I was like, "Whoa, that looks like fucking turkey." Like,
yeah, I was like, I feel like that's not how a human leg would look.
And
but-
then what did you ask me, Steve? What did you ask me in theater?
So in the theater, I turned to Randy at that point. I was like, have you ever like thought, like, what do you think human would
Not like a
taste
weird
like?
way.
No, yeah, not in a weird way or anything, but like
What do you think human
just
tastes
a
like?
thought. Like, what do you think? Not like I want to eat people, but like what it
No,
tastes
this
like.
is total. This
Is
is
it
like
good?
unlocked something in Steve right there.
Steve,
Just
Steve
watching
is
him
like,
just carve it. I'm like,
Steve is feeling kind of jealous of Tom Wright in that moment. He's
Yeah.
like, I kind of wish I was being forced to eat human meat just so I could say I know what it tastes like.
He's gonna, dude. You're totally gonna invest in one of those giant ovens too. You would be like, "Honey, can I put this not wax on?"
Why didn't she try and open the oven door? I imagine it's different than like, because if you get trapped in a refrigerator, a real old
Yeah.
refrigerator, it's sealed.
Mhm,
Like I
yeah.
get that, but like an oven's not like that.
Unless
He's
it had
right
the
there.
handle that you had to lift up a little bit and then pull down.
at least
Like it
show me
locks.
her pushing against the door and it not opening. That's all I needed.
Yeah.
Because I said the exact same thing. I was like, just open the door. I mean, he literally just shut it and it didn't lock. It was just hit it.
Really, that scene had so many missed opportunities for her. She could have like sneak attacked him so hard, like just hit him in the back of the head and run out of there. Like,
Okay, so that's another scene that you could have just literally taken away all of her trying to escape just for her to go right back in
Into the oven,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
you didn't
You're
need
right.
that. Because what did she find? She found the other chick that was frozen, waiting
And
to
she was
die?
still alive, but
Oh, yeah,
then
still
she's
alive.
dead by the next time we see her. So that's kind of a moot point.
she's also in an old ass house, able to walk around without creaking any of like the
Right?
I
wood.
said the
And, like,
exact same
I said
thing.
the same thing.
yeah, I was like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, you would hear all of those movements.
Every single stair.
Mhm. Yeah.
Hey, she could be light on her feet. We don't know.
And it's not like Kathleen as a character anybody's rooting for.
No.
Like she hasn't to have any kind of a redeem. Like we don't have even a glimpse of a nice moment with her with anyone else. So like, do we really need to spend 10 minutes watching her try to escape this house? Not that I
Unless-
want her to go through a horrible death, but like also
Unless they're trying to do that for you to be on the killer side because you're not supposed to like this person. So you're like, no, fucking catch her. Like, I want to see this happen. Maybe that's what they were trying to do. I don't know.
There are some times like that in a movie where I root for the killer. I'm like, yeah, fucking kill that guy. Like that guy sucks.
And it was her.
Some people deserve it, you know?
Yeah.
Some people in the movies deserve it.
Yeah. So I
It's
tried to
very
sit and figure like a favorite character in this movie. I really couldn't I don't know. There was like nobody really in it that I was like rooting for or wanting to stay alive or I was like getting behind somebody. I think maybe Gina Gershon being in this movie for fucking a minute. I was like, hey, yo, cool. Where have you been lately? Kind of thing. And she still looked decent. She didn't look super old to me. And I was like, good for you.
Is
she
she
was
the
on
guy's
an episode of Chucky in season 2.
Is she the girl that dies in the beginning?
Yeah.
The
She's
shopping
yeah.
cart.
Okay, yeah.
who also happened to be pregnant in with her.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You gotta
So-
love that reveal in a movie.
Right. So, I mean, when you break it down, I mean,
Also,
yeah,
Can
okay.
we talk about the size of that baby in the sonogram and the fact that she looked negative 2 months pregnant? Like, I'm a little bit
yeah.
confused about the timeline with that.
Dude, yeah.
You are correct to assume that baby was way too big for no one not to notice. But it is a movie after all, and we need to beat it over your head very, very easily.
I'm just
yeah.
I'm just saying, and like up until month 7, nobody knows what they're looking at in a sonogram anyway. They could have just shown any kind of a blob and we would have been like, yeah, I guess that's a sonogram. Like, you know what I
people
mean?
are,
that-
people
Like,
are stupid, dude. You have to make
Yeah.
that thing in the shape of a baby head.
Logically, it made no sense because that baby was ready to come out of the oven in that picture. But, I have one of these things. Yeah, sure. But
Yeah.
for real, that baby would have been a speck on a fucking thing if that was the case, because there's no way her husband would have not have known that, unless they said something in the beginning that we all missed, that she was pregnant and we thought it was with the original husband, but in reality it was not. But
Dude,
yeah,
I
they
don't
could have
found
even
out
said
anything.
something like, oh man, I can't believe you have to work. I can't handle all this turkey by myself. I'm having a poultry aversion. Boom.
No.
There it is.
Right. Or I can't make
It-
all this stuff. I'm ready to pop. Like it doesn't.
Hey.
Right. And then that would have made the scene in which she dies a little more, how would I say, shocking too, right? Like, hey, this chick is pregnant and just got her head bashed in by a fucking shopping cart wheel and nobody cared.
Can we talk about the fact that Lizzie is so holier than thou the next year as though she didn't kill a woman?
Right. Right.
Hey,
And
oh,
she's
yeah.
talking to him like, oh, you were
She's the
there.
one
You did. Yeah.
that's like at the barrier going, come on, give us a waffle iron.
that girl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
she's the diner waitress.
That's right.
They
Yeah.
trampled the security guard in
The
the beginning
security
too.
guard.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's saying shit to them like, oh, you were the kids that got in early or whatever. Like, excuse me,
You're the
my
bitch
dad
that
owns
kill
the
anyone.
fucking store
Yeah.
and I'm just going in. Fuck you. Hate people. Now, okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. That brings in the
going on
whole
for years.
thing. The whole thing about social commentary and how this movie should make us feel. I think what I wanted to say is the first part of this movie feels like a completely different movie to me. And I wanted to see, and you brought up that movie Black Friday, which is I like that movie until they turned it into a Godzilla movie, which I was also here for, but I was not ready for it. But this movie just didn't feel the same. Like that whole opening scene juxtaposed to what happens later, they just feel like it's taken out of two different things. And it didn't, to me, fit the Grindhouse idea. And I did not like it, but it didn't really work well. for
Yeah.
me.
I guess it's kind of tough to like create a motive for a Thanksgiving type killer. I mean, there's plenty of ways you could do it, but that's, really that's just kind of like a lazy way to do it. Like, oh, Black Friday shopping happened. Okay. Like, I don't know, do something with the turkey.
Yeah, like a turkey
make the turkey
fucking fell on
involved.
somebody and,
Like
or
the statue of John Carver fell on somebody, and then that's why they're dressed as John Carver the rest of the movie.
yeah, I don't know. I keep going back to he just doesn't need a fucking, a reason for it. Because think of like, and not trying to get real, but think of some realistic people lately that have been murdering people. I mean, what is their motive? You know what I mean? Like, oh, the news
Yeah.
told me to do this or something. I mean, why not bring that in and say, hey, it's because it's happening around Thanksgiving. That's why I dressed up like this to get away with it, because everybody's wearing these masks and
Yeah.
I'm a cop and I can pin it on whatever I want. But the actual motivation is fuck people, not, oh, these people
Yeah.
killed my wife.
My
right?
job was really bad last year.
Right, exactly. I mean, it's happening. So, all right, favorite part or scene in said movie? It could be a kill. It could be anything that happens. It could be, I don't know
Fight
what to
Mart.
do with these. Okay.
Right, Mark's a good one.
What
Yeah.
was Fight Mart?
Fight Mart,
Fight
the
Mart.
beginning. Fight Mart.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
saw it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could
There's
see
no-
that. The
know
whole
what they have?
scene, yeah. What?
Didn't they have that on the picket signs or
Yes.
the whatever
Yeah.
Fight Mart?
I like the parade really because like it went in a way that I didn't expect because I thought it was gonna go with that. Oh, let's pick out the guy in the mask and let's go like confront him or something or chase him. But instead, like a fucking clown just waltzes in and they just like beheads somebody and just fuck shit up.
And for
Like,
no
I don't
reason,
know.
yeah. And
Yeah, I
it
didn't
works. Yeah.
expect it.
It felt like a whole improv scene. Like they
Yeah.
did that when they were writing the script. They were like, and somebody jumps in, a clown beheads a turkey. And you're
Boom,
like,
Michael
whoa,
Starr.
that's so weird, but we're going to do it.
It fits. It fits perfect. Yeah. Now my favorite scene was definitely the Thanksgiving dinner that they do end up sitting down to. It's not as I wanted it to be more. Like it was literally, I don't know, like 2 minutes long. It seemed like, and then they were out of there. But the whole reveal of the actual turkey and then them cutting it up and the guy, throwing up while also being gagged or whatever, that was funny. And then he, getting fed this and that. The guy's head getting demolished, which I
Yeah.
didn't think was going to happen because he didn't even get to say what he was thankful for or whatever it was, right? And I thought that was going to be it. Like he was going to say something to the live stream and then maybe he would be not murdered, but he didn't get to say anything. He just nope, done.
Yeah, I wanted to know because he was like, pick your words very carefully, and it's
Right.
like,
He
what
didn't.
is the?
He was going blah 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 blah, and then it
But
was
I
like, all right,
want
this
to
guy's not
know
gonna fucking say anything.
what the killer wanted from that. You know what I mean? I wanted to get a couple more rounds of it because I wanted to know what he was going for with it.
I think he was just gonna cut him off. Just gonna like bash his head right whenever he started talking.
Oh yeah, but then you don't get like, and I'm not sure if they're trying to make a character development thing here because that was the guy that was, making the original video and put it up and everything, and he was all about that. But then they say something to him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm beyond that" or whatever earlier in the movie, but he's not. Obviously, he's still that same character. So I figured there would have been something that he says there, like, "Oh, I'm sorry for ever putting it up on the thing," and "Oh, too bad, boosh, your head's gone." But
You know what's great about this whole thing too? Like, he's got all those Instagram posts. I paid attention. Like, they have like a lot of likes. Like, who the fuck is like following this account?
Well,
Like, it had like it had 16 likes, I think. Whenever he was just like, "All right, these people are gonna die," and people are like, "Hell yeah, all right."
Well, even on the
Heart.
live stream when he shows whatever, there's a bunch of hearts and things going off, and it's
Yeah.
like, who the fuck is?
Fuck
But then
them
also,
kids.
people. I mean, you don't know if it's real or whatever. Or in the age of information that we're in,
That's
I
true.
mean, people are gonna do that.
I've seen. I don't seek them out, but I've seen videos with like that type of shit.
Yeah,
People are crazy, man.
the world we live in. Randy, did you say your favorite scene?
It's probably the fight Mar too. I like she was saying earlier. I kind of like got into that scene as soon as it started happening. I kind of wanted the movie to go like that. Obviously, it wasn't going to because it's a Thanksgiving horror movie. But I kind of like that the whole scene.
But I mean, it still could work, right? I mean, Black Friday takes place around Thanksgiving every year, so I mean, you could lean into that a little bit more and kind of use it.
Typically,
I mean, it pretty
Typically
much
it's
is on
the day
Thursday now.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right. Because it starts. Yeah, you're right. Well, Black Friday is this Friday, is it not?
Mhm.
It is.
Mhm.
Ooh,
What are we buying?
I'm not buying shit, Randy.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna put up
Yeah, you
our
need
black
to, right?
Christmas tree. That's
Ooh,
what we're gonna do.
nice.
Let's get a trampoline too.
Oh yeah, get a trampoline.
No trampolines.
Cut a hole in it, right in the middle, and you know what to do from that.
Yeah.
Like, trust me,
make a
I've already,
movie.
I've already thought about it. It's fine. It's good. Any what the fuck moments for you guys? Was there any part in the movie that you went, what the fuck, good or bad, or like, oh, what the fuck is this now, or what the fuck, like something cool?
Not the.
What? Nothing. You didn't say what the
I get
fuck once in this movie, Randy. I know you did. I was sitting beside you. I heard you go, what the what the
Some of the
fuck? No.
kills probably.
Okay,
I'm just trying to think of
sure.
what they are.
Well, I'll take this for you guys if you want to
Oh.
think. So, oh no, go for it.
Okay, so Lizzie, sorry, I was trying to like remember what it was that got me like really upset. And I was like, what the fuck? Why are you not doing this? So Lizzie, after she gets her face and hand frozen to the freezer door, right? She runs into the manager's office. And she's trying to unlock her phone. And I do like this moment where like the facial recognition is hitting her because facial recognition sucks as an unlocking method for a phone. And her phone's too bloody for her to get a good thing on the screen. We pan over to the phone on the desk.
Right.
Oh yeah.
She never once picks it up.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Lizzie?
Terrible. Well, I thought that too. I was looking at her trying to like, hit the screen with her hands being too bloody. I was like, take
Clear
the
off
phone
your
and
phone.
just do this.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you're good. Like, what? I don't know. That was a little weird to me because like they made it a point to where, oh, it's too bloody for her to use. Like, okay, she has more than one hand. Try
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
I don't know. That was what the fuck for me.
Hmm.
The big thing for me was some of the kills were like super gory, and then some of the other ones were like quick and just you know. And I didn't know if it maybe was because they had to get around the rating, and it was like, oh, you can't do so much, or you can't do everything you want to do. And maybe that's why they changed up the trampoline scene too. But I don't know. Like even watching the trailer, not to say it needed titties in this movie, but in that trailer, the chick on the
Needed
trampoline is flashing titty. In this one, she barely shows her butt and then dies, whatever. Again, you don't need it there. I'm just saying why in the trailer you're going super grindhousey with that, and then here you're not, and it's made by the same people. I don't know.
I think that's part of the problem is that with them setting it with high school kids, because I know there's like the whole like a lot of times horror movies obviously involve high school kids, but I do also think sometimes they're like, how much should we be sexualizing this person that is meant to be a minor? You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah, I agree with it. And times have definitely changed, right? You can look at the old Friday the 13th movies and see that, like you said, they're probably high schooler, counselors, whatever. And yeah, obviously they're doing the sexuals and that's why they're dying. But nowadays you could say people would get a little, hey, we can't have that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not saying, oh, we needed to see the titties on the trampoline. But I don't know.
But
It
that's
just
why I
felt,
think everything should just be set college age.
Yeah.
That way
touche.
you
Like,
can
just
get
a
all the
bit.
nudity you want and it's not weird.
Yeah.
I agree.
You're
with
not
that.
crossing any lines there.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
You're
it
going
doesn't-
around any lines.
Yeah, and what changes from being in a high school to being in a college in Boston? Nothing, right?
If you want it to be like a high school, just make it community college. You know?
Oh, okay. Look, yeah, all the kids that couldn't make it to yeah, okay. And then it doesn't matter that they're stupid running away from stuff because it's a community college.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, I got a what the fuck. The video that the dude makes of the fight mart scene,
Yes.
like I love the end of it. It's like rate and subscribe. It's like "Brr, brr, brr," and the
Yeah,
air
yeah,
horns. Yeah. It's like, dude, come on. You just like uploaded a video of people getting trampled, and it's like, by the way, rate and subscribe. Brr, brr, brr.
And he only had like 2,000 subscribers, which was kind of funny because the views kept going up, but the subscribers didn't.
Yeah, nobody. He's not.
Oh,
gonna
because
beat
people
up
only
now.
cared about that video.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And I
One hit wonder.
because he's got nothing else after that. So what do I got? I don't know if you guys are gonna hear this, but let's find out.
Mm-hmm.
The fun facts of the fucking week.
Oh, yeah, we
Definitely heard that.
Was that super loud to you?
No,
At the
that's fine.
beginning.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll turn it down. Sorry. Anyways, the fun facts of the week. I got a couple here. In an interview with Total Film magazine, filmmaker Eli Roth has said that this film isn't meant to be the film that was advertised in Grindhouse. We said, let's pretend Thanksgiving was a movie from the 1980s that was so offensive that every print was destroyed. All the scripts were burned, the director disappeared, the crew members changed their names. One person saved the trailer and uploaded it to the darkest corners of 4chan, and now it's made it out. So this is the 2023 reboot. Once we said that, it freed us up to do more things.
Okay, that's
That
interesting, and that
Actually kind of makes sense.
yeah, it explains a lot of what we were talking about earlier too.
Correct. But nothing comes out and says that but him in this interview. So
Yeah,
And I feel like this is only going to be a sticking point for people familiar with the original Thanksgiving trailer,
okay.
which isn't
touche.
going to necessarily be everybody that goes to see this movie.
Very
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because
So,
I didn't see it until yesterday when Steve showed me.
it has been
I have no
hyped
idea.
up for like a long time though within the like people like that follow horror movies.
Oh yeah, as soon as this was announced, I sent it to Travis. And he
Mhm.
goes, "Fucking finally!"
Yeah,
Like
dude,
he was
right.
so excited.
It's one of those things like it's like all the other movies from that. Like it looked awesome. I want an actual movie like that.
and they made it, but not the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What-
Whatever. It's here. They made it. It's not a bad movie per se, but it's not what I wanted to see. But again, am I the lower demographic of the people who knew about that trailer who were going in going, what the fuck? Or are, most of the people that are going to see this who have no idea, like Randy coming out and going, oh, all right. Oh, no problem.
I love like that gave the trailer like some lore to it though, which is I don't know. It kind of sounds like that movie that we watched last month, Hills Run Red.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's about like a guy that had like a movie that was like so offensive, like it was lost, so they go and try and find it.
Oh,
That movie
Yeah.
did not stick the landing for me.
interesting. Okay. Was that another 2B movie?
Well, we did watch it there, yeah.
Nice. Thanksgiving Day is celebrated each fourth Thursday of November. However, in Spain, they don't. And this movie is titled Black Friday there because it's addressing the day after Thanksgiving.
Ooh, interesting.
That makes sense. I can see why they would need to market it differently for countries that don't have the same
Celebrate Thanksgiving.
Right.
like
Yeah.
custom. Yeah.
So was the movie Black Friday that came out, 2 years ago in Spain called Black Friday as well then?
There's just 2 Black Fridays.
There could be 2 Black Fridays.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
And then it becomes one of those where it's like, oh, which one are you talking about?
Right.
And then you have to like talk about it. Yeah.
One with the guy with the axe.
Green Friday.
Right. One of the first major theatrical films to have a TikTok star in the ensemble, considering Addison Rae has a noticeable role in this film. So this is the first like major motion picture with somebody who's been famous from TikTok.
Isn't that weird? Like that's where you're gonna be pulling your talent from. Like, does that skill set really translate?
I feel like such an old fogey right now because I keep sitting here going, King Bach, but he was fine. He was fine.
It's essentially the same thing. I mean, some of them, sure, they'll be fine, but like, I don't know. I'm not gonna be like, damn, we need like a TikTok star in this movie.
You got to think that's the way the world's going, right? I mean, with where we grew up with and the MTV generation and everything like that, where you had people having their own shows on MTV. Look, Viva La Bam, which fucking this guy right here really likes. This guy still watches and loves. But again, I mean, you got to go with what people want and what think about how many views TikTok videos get and what people are, digesting nowadays, and that's it.
Yeah, I get it. Like you'll probably pull some people in and be like, hey, that TikTok person's in it, but like, are they gonna have like the attention span for an entire movie?
This movie's not 13 seconds long.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
To be fair, I feel that way about any TikTok that's longer than about 10 seconds. I hate the 3-minute TikTok feature. I don't need that long. Be creative in a shorter amount of time.
I opened it up the other day because I was like uploading one of our things. That's all I use TikTok for. It's like upload our stuff because you got to do it, I guess. But
yeah, I get lazy.
It's funny because like it gave me a notification. It's like TikTok's really encouraging people to make videos over a minute long now. I'm like, that shit's not gonna fly. Are you kidding me? People don't want to watch minute long TikToks.
Yeah.
Right.
TikTok is meant to just be like a time killer, but like a quick time killer.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, let me see a 10-second video of you talking for your dog.
Right.
Like, that's all I want.
Yes.
Talk about the pee-pee man, pee-pee killer man.
The go potty killer.
The go potty killer man. Yeah.
I gotta ask, what the fuck
are you talking about?
Right? The go potty killer. Is it a guy?
Don't tell them. You guys will find out. The go potty killer. Next time you go potty.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
It's a dog video.
Yeah.
It's dog logic.
Just like whenever when you let a dog outside and they start like barking.
Yeah, they wake you up because
something.
they weren't doing whisper licks.
Yeah.
And since you're up anyway, you got to let them out. And then now it's 2 a.m. and you're barking and waking up all the neighbors, but you're trying to just keep everybody safe from the go potty killer.
Yeah, because there's a killer out there, and obviously, and you're going potty, so the go potty killer.
Yeah,
I got it. Fucking dog.
That's all I need. That's all I need from TikTok. I don't need.
Right. We don't need deep discussions. We just need fun.
Yes.
Poo poo pee pee talk.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I want.
Body count. I want to ask you guys to guess. What do you think the body count was in this movie?
Shit.
13.
That's my gut.
I'm gonna say like 8.
I'm gonna go 17.
17.
Whoa.
That's high.
Didn't he kill? He killed a lot of people in the parade, didn't he? Yeah, he did.
Killed a lot of people in the parade. There was the riot. No, but we're not talking the killer's body count. We're just talking total body count.
General.
Like
body count
like
of the
unseen
movie.
deaths where people like, this is my fucking chance. So like that guy already cut off a head. I can probably get away with it. I only saw one death at that right there. I saw him cut off the head and then like he just stole a cop car.
Yeah, but we had some deaths at the Fight Mart too, and they're just, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, he didn't steal a cop car because he was in fact a cop. So
shit, you're right.
He's just taking his own car.
Right.
But is it his car though, or is it not the city's car?
Well, he's the sheriff of the city. So would that not mean
tax dollars go towards the sheriff's department? So really, isn't that car of the people, for the people, by the people?
So
he's stealing the people's car.
We could all go get a cop car and be like, nah, I paid for this, bruh.
Yeah.
100% is
you
what
totally won't get in trouble for it.
I'm gonna try it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing this afternoon is we're going to go take a cop car. And when they say, what are you doing? I paid for this, so
Paid for this, bitch.
get out of here. Like, mind your business.
Cops will love it when you tell them that.
All right, body count is actually, are you ready?
Yes.
20.
14.
Whoa. Yeah. I'm proud of it.
However, Amanda dug an unnamed customer during the Black Friday riot, okay? Lizzie, the other security guard during the riot, Lonnie, Amy, Yulia's father that they're saying died, the unnamed police officer that they're saying died, which to me, I don't think they died if they got shot with those darts.
Yeah.
Lionel, the mascot, the driver of the Mayflower float, because remember he gets a thing through his
Yeah.
fucking face,
shit. I forgot
Oh,
about
yeah, that
that
was
death.
gross.
which was so okay.
I liked it though. Like it's like fuck yeah, let's just add more. Like
Yeah,
just
I mean,
keep
we're
doing
getting
it.
the domino effect.
You know what?
I'm okay with
I take
it.
it back then. That was another death that happened during the parade too,
Right.
at least.
We also got Kathleen and Evan, and then Eric's death is debatable. So the actual killer, because we don't actually see him die, and they say they don't find a body. So it's
He's a-
either 14 or 13.
Well, he totally survived in the end.
Yeah, there's no body, there's no death.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
So
the
then
horror
it's
movie
13.
rules.
Yeah.
So then it's 13. So you were right.
Damn, good job.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, good
Thank
job.
you.
Do
Thank you.
you think they're gonna do a sequel to this? I guess it probably depends on how well it does, right?
Yeah, I would say if they make money, I mean, it would be kind of cool to do every year like a fucking
I would love
Thanksgiving movie around Thanksgiving, but have it kind of be, you could do the Saw thing, right? Where you have it maybe the same guy, like so in the next movie he is not dead and he's back and he wants seconds, right? And
Oh,
he
yeah.
comes
Yeah.
back and, does what he does and then maybe he does die, right? Well, maybe his wife
He's got
didn't die and
yeah.
she comes back or something, or now it's the guy finding out that his wife who died and thought everything was cool, well, he's already fucking off his rocker, and then he finds out that the killer who's been killing people was actually gonna have a baby, and his wife was gonna leave him. Now he's the new fucking killer for the third
So
movie.
he's gonna get an even bigger protest.
Exactly,
going.
and that's gonna be, I don't know, it's not gonna be Back for Seconds. That would be the second movie, so this would be Thanksgiving. The plate's still full. I don't know.
Ooh.
Thanksgiving 3 holiday weekend.
Nah, Thanksgiving 3 got room for dessert.
Thanksgiving 3, gravy baby.
Yeah.
Because
it's about his baby. Yeah, he's like he found out about the baby, the gravy baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at us. We can keep going. I don't even know what the fourth movie would be, but something would happen, and it would be wild.
It's Bobby.
Oh.
Ooh.
Thanksgiving 4, the fourth course.
Oh, okay.
I like just a little bit more dumb. Thanksgiving 4, the fastball's back because he's like just throwing shit. Like, I got my 96 mile per hour fastball back, baby. It's hammers, it's hatchets, it's everything.
Amazing. What if the lady comes back who was turned into the turkey and she's just turkeyed up still, right? Like her whatever.
Then
but she's
that's where
back.
we get a crossover with Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you got to
she's
do that
riding
one on the 7th.
the turkey. What?
You got to do that like on the 7th entry because I feel like
Yeah.
once you get to that point, that's when you can start.
And
to
then you
get
like
Doing stupid
up in
stuff.
space.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In
Yeah.
space.
You have to
obviously.
go to space at some
Yeah,
point.
because it's going to be like in the future where they still celebrate
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. They're like, hey, we're going to bring
Or not like
Thanksgiving to
it's
Mars.
astronauts that like they're just so fucking fed up with their like freeze dried food and they want like a real meal for Thanksgiving and they go kill like a space turkey
I'm just thinking of
or
like
something.
Gravity, but with like a
Space
turkey.
That'd be funny. Or we could do it to where like every movie just takes place on Thanksgiving and it doesn't actually connect to any other movie besides it being on Thanksgiving.
You could do that.
All right, well,
want-
go ahead and ask John Carpenter how well the
Mm.
seasonal anthology thing works.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have that iconic killer. I mean, you kind of do here, but you don't. So I feel like this could work. You know what I mean?
It
Like you
could.
could do, and each one would be somewhat of the same kind of killer, where it's like a stocky type whatever killer, but its own little twist. I don't fucking know. I'm not Eli Roth. Well, he'll figure it out. Maybe.
He knows what he's doing.
Does he though?
No.
No. Okay. Final decision time. What would we give it out of 10 and why? We're also going to add a little thing here. This is going to be do you recommend it? Do you skip it? Or do you say you got to go see it? I'm going to go to Randy first. I want Randy to do this.
Okay, yeah, I'll go 5. I'm going 5.
He's going 5
For my
out of
rating.
10.
Would I recommend it? Yeah, why not? It's good. It's a decent movie. Skip it? What do you mean by skip it? What am
Well,
I
no, so
skipping?
you're saying you're either going to recommend it or you're going to
or
say skip it,
skip
or
it.
you're going to say you got to see it.
Gotta go
You
see
just
it.
said
Okay.
you just said
I'd
recommend it.
I'd recommend.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. There wasn't anything like too wrong with the movie. It wasn't the typical kind of horror movie that I am used to. Because when I sent you the trailer for it, I said, let's go see it. Looks dumb. I had no idea it was a big thing. So going into a movie not knowing what it should have been, like how I should have seen it,
Sure.
kind of made it iffy for me.
I got you.
I think that's why I get to 5.
Okay.
Hmm.
What do you guys
Okay,
got?
yours.
Yeah.
Go.
I'm gonna give it an 8 because
Oh.
it's what I wanted the movie to be. I didn't care that it wasn't like necessarily grindhouse, but there was a lot of blood and death and gore and um unnecessary like crosstown rivalries and like a lot of questionable Boston accents. Like it was just fun. It was what I wanted the movie to be. I had a good time with it. It met my expectations. I'd say that if you're a horror fan, you gotta go see it. If you're a casual horror fan, I would recommend it.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I think I'm right around that, like a 7.5. Yeah, I mean, like I'm a sucker for holiday movies, so if you definitely love those, absolutely check it out.
Dude, he would watch a movie about President's Day if
Fuck
somebody
yeah, dude.
presented it
I
to him.
mean, election here,
I mean,
Flag
your
Day.
merch. Yeah, dude, fuck
how?
yeah.
Okay, hold on. How cool would it be if there was a horror movie about a presidential like guy who's running for president who also was a murderer?
I would love that. Are you kidding me,
Ooh.
dude?
Right.
Like, let's make that happen. Why has that not happened yet? Like he's like actively killing people and people don't give a shit.
Exactly. Or they don't know it's him and he's running for president and he finally gets in, and then as soon as he gets in, it gets out that he's the guy that's been murdering everybody.
Yeah, what do you do?
Mm.
Right?
What are
'Cause
you gonna do?
now,
Impeach me?
what are you
I'm
gonna
gonna
do? What are
kill
you gonna
before
do?
you can do that?
I just pardoned myself.
Yeah.
I mean, real life events are kind of paving the way for that to
Yeah,
be
you're right.
more
You're right.
unbelievable.
Oh, boom. And then he pardons the turkey and then we're back to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Boom.
there
Look
we
at
go.
that. I like it.
Right there.
There
Yeah.
we go.
This
Uh,
President's Day. Sorry. What?
No, it's fine.
I'm not, to be clear, so the feds don't come for me. I'm not accusing any president of murder. That's not happening. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
not yet.
throwing that disclaimer out
Not
there.
yet. It's gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, fuck yeah, I recommend this movie though. Like, I think anybody should go see it. I don't know, especially if you're a horror fan. If not, I'm gonna whatever, man. Like, it's a fucking Thanksgiving movie. Just like go fucking watch it.
Okay. I like that. That's good. That's a good leeway into my.
Put that on Rotten Tomatoes.
You put that shit on the tomatoes. God
Make it
damn.
back. Take it back up to 83.
There you go. Goddamn. We've talked about trying to become actual Rotten Tomatoes contributors.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
have a platform in which we are reviewing movies, so
Fuck, dude.
why wouldn't we be able to be a critic on
Yeah.
there? You know, I think we read some of the things before, the criteria for actually being one, and I think you have to do written reviews though. But I mean, AI is AI. Just take everything we said here and boom, put it on somewhere, and that's
Yeah.
We just wrote a review.
Do a transcript, yeah. It's
Exactly.
like everything about it, talking about killer presidents and shit. Like, yeah, that didn't happen in a movie, but whatever.
It's all part of the review. It all makes sense in the end. God. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give this movie. You guys aren't gonna like this. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Actually, I wanted so much more from this movie. The dinner scene is where I was like, yes, let's fucking go. And then it was over so quick without much more than the dude's head getting split open. Sure, crazy and awesome looking, but I just wanted a little bit more from that. Other than that, it was just a generic slasher movie with some unique kills that we've already seen in the fake trailer. So there was nothing else here that like added to it. It actually subtracted from that trailer. Is that on me for going in thinking that I wanted to see the trailer in movie form? Yes, but why wouldn't I want that if that's what they're
Yep.
giving me? So because of that, my score goes down a little bit. I wanted that fake looking, grindhousey, over the top murder-esque just because for no reason. And then I got a movie that was like, to me, like a I Know What You Did Last Summer type slasher movie. So
That's
I'm a
the
little
danger. That's the risk you take whenever you do these types of things always, because like you're always going to disappoint some part of like that crowd that wanted that.
But also for me, I think we know Eli Roth can do that grindhousey type thing.
Mhm,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? The only other time we've seen him do a movie this kind of shiny, I guess, would be the closest would be like Cabin Fever. So
He did like a fucking Nickelodeon movie. Like I don't know if it's Nickelodeon, but like he did like a children's movie. That was his most recent movie.
Yeah, Jack Black was in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't remember what it was
but I
called.
haven't seen it. Like I'm sure it's shiny. He did that movie with Keanu Reeves.
Knock Knock.
Knock Knock.
Yeah.
I
That was
have not
shiny.
seen that. I did
We
not
haven't
know that
seen
was
it.
Eli Roth.
Yeah, it's like a remake, but
Yeah, it's
then-
okay.
Green Inferno was kind of shiny. I don't know.
No, Green Inferno is nasty.
It's nasty, but with like a nice shine to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. It didn't look grindhousey. It just looked people being grinded up kind of
Yeah.
in that movie with other people's teeth. What? So I don't know. I just, again, that is on me going in wanting that, but also how would I not want that if everything I'm
Oh,
going
yeah.
by is, hey, this movie is being made based off of the Grindhouse trailer, and this is what you've been waiting for, and then I don't get it, So I was
Yeah.
like, I was just a little, oh,
You know
I
what?
totally
They
understand it.
missed the opportunity to like bring that lore in. They
mhm.
could have done like a really old school type trailer, like in
Okay.
the 80s, this movie was made, scrubbed from the internet, blah blah blah. Like
Yeah,
they
that
could
would've
have
been cool.
done
That's
that.
that's
Yeah,
all the
that would have
motive
been
you
a
need.
really great
No,
like marketing
you know
technique
what?
for it.
The movie could have been that got lost. There's somebody that is pissed off that they can't find that movie and they're obsessed with it. That's why they're killing
I
people.
would have
They
been
just want to
annoyed by
make that
that.
movie
I would
real.
have been annoyed by
Yeah,
that.
because
They
that would have
just
been
wanna make
kind of
the
like the
hero.
new Scream movie or the second whatever one with the guy from The Boys where he's just like, oh, I'm doing this because I'm a big fan, and and it's kind of like we are on Reddit and we found this, and whatever.
Okay,
Yeah.
that I get it for that, but I don't know. I feel like it kind of works for this. I would be fine with it, but
Or
whatever.
maybe, hold on, maybe
Yes.
it's the original director of that movie who has been, taken away from Hollywood because he made this movie that was so crazy that people didn't want to see it, and then nobody would fund any other movie that he tried to make, and he was run out of Hollywood. Well, now he's like, fuck it, I'm back how many years later going, I've had it, and I'm murdering all these people on Thanksgiving
I
while
think
also filming it for my release of a movie, and I'm going to put it on whatever, and somehow these people are made into it, and then he finally dies or whatever at the end, and then boom, the movie trailer starts for that movie, and then end scene.
I
Ooh.
think the problem is to do the meta thing, kind of like what you all are saying, takes at least some measure of subtlety. So that way it doesn't feel too cheesy. And subtlety is not a thing Eli Roth can do.
Nah, you don't have to go subtle with it. Like if you're going, like if the goal is to make it just like dumb, stupid fun, like the trailer was, then yeah, just like lean into that.
I don't see him doing a version of that movie that I would enjoy.
Yeah,
I kind of
whatever.
Maybe
agree.
maybe he could prove me wrong, but like I don't think that's where I think nasty, bloody, gory. I think that's where Eli Roth lives, and that's why I'm okay with this movie as it is.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I don't disagree with that. But also,
I wish I had more to say about Eli Roth. I don't know any movies that he's done.
well, Randy, you're going to
There's
go
that.
and watch the Hostel movies tonight, or you could watch Cabin Fever. I'm pretty sure your girlfriend will absolutely love all three of those
Dude.
choices.
Watch Cabin
No.
Fever.
What was that?
He should do Cabin Fever. If you're gonna watch one of them, watch Cabin Fever first.
Yeah, watch not the one that came out in 2000. The new
No,
they did like a
2016.
remake of it. Watch the
Yeah.
original one. It's got Ryder Strong from Boy
2002.
Meets World.
Boy Meets
in it.
World.
Yeah,
Mhm.
watch
Yeah,
that.
I've seen it.
Oh, you've seen it?
No, I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
you
I
haven't
said
seen
I'm
it. Oh,
seeing it.
watch
I'm like
that.
looking at it right now.
Okay, yeah, definitely watch that. That'll curdle some blood on you. Anyways, I think that's all we got to say about Thanksgiving. I want to thank you guys for coming back on the show. As always, it's a pleasure for you guys to be on here talking about horror movies. We'll just keep fucking doing it anytime we do a horror movie because why not? Again, tell everybody who's watching or listening still where they can find your stuff and how can follow you and see what you got going on.
We're What's Your Least Favorite Scary Movie. We are a weekly podcast. You can find us anywhere where you listen to podcasts. You can find us on social media because we chose a long fucking podcast name. We're on Instagram and Threads as Least Favorite Scary Movie Podcast, and we're on Twitter and Blue Sky as Least Fave Pod, and our website's what'syourleastfavorite.scarymovie.com.
Yeah.
Nice. You sounded so enthusiastic about the whole naming situation with the.
Least
It's so
Listen,
fucking
things
long.
people don't warn you about when you make a podcast. Like, by the way, you're going to want to make a marketable tag online, and Twitter has a limit to how long your name can be.
Yeah. It's a
So,
pain in the ass.
yeah.
It's like inconsistent on all platforms. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. It really does. I got lucky with our name. It was no one decided to take anything off, crossed anything. So, if you want to look us up, you can find us on all your social medias or podcasting or anywhere at The Decision Reel. Literally the same everywhere because we got lucky. Find us, like us, favorite us, do what you want to do. Listen to our past episodes. We do the extra reel here or there. We have our main channel episodes where we do a random movie every week. I believe we're doing some good holiday movies coming up here for the holiday season. It's definitely going to be fun. Randy, of course, isn't on that anymore. He's just on these random episodes here because he's a busy bitch. So, we do what we got to do and we get him in. Randy, thanks for being on this episode. Again, guys, thanks for being on. We'll catch you guys on another one.